Welcome to the 1990's Gladiator Round tournament. This is the third of the first round matches. Today features Marko Savolainen versus Andreas Munzer. Now here in the front relaxed position, and this is not the best position for either of these two men to be in right now. Not the best at all. Now I'm not so sure about Marko Savolainen normally, but I believe in this competition here he is not in the best condition. You see, he's very soft in comparison with Andreas Munzer. Andreas has the edge in conditioning, there's no doubt about that. But is it that much better than Marko's? Because Marko sure has a lot better of a silhouette there. Look at those muscles. Little tiny waist as well. That's a dangerous, dangerous combination. Now, we're going to go with Marko here, just slight edge, because Andreas doesn't really have a good set of abs, coupled with the conditioning now. Had he had a nice set of abs, then it may have gone his way. But I don't think he is that much more conditioned than Marko. Marko is soft, but not that soft. All right, next pose. And this front double bicep of Marko Savolainen is stuff of legends. And it's not photoshopped either. This is, the background is different, but this is directly from a competition here. I took a screenshot there. And there's one thing about screenshots, they're blurry, but they're not tampered with. They're not doctored up. Those arms are massive. So we'll go back to that, and I believe that picture was taken from that exact competition. Man, was he ripped there. But anyway, enough of him. Andreas Munzer is doing very well in the leg department, but that's about it. Let's face it, Andreas didn't have the most aesthetic poses, certain ones here. And definitely the front double bicep was not his best. But man, look at those legs. I will say those little tiny calves of Marko. He's not going to win against a superior man in this pose because of the calves, I'm here to tell you right now. But man, look at those biceps. Like two big mountains. Is it Synthol? I don't know. It doesn't look like it. But I'm no expert. Anyway, next pose. Yes, the front lat spread. I have Andreas Munzer picking up his first point in this competition, 2-1 for Marko Savolainen. Now, many of you might be thinking, well, Marko's lats are filled out more Mark's max muscle. How come he's not winning? The picture's angled incorrectly here. Look, I'll show you what I mean. Look, here's Andreas Munzer. Kind of the same conditions. Maybe even not even as low. The lower you get with the camera, those lats appear like Dorian-esque. But anyway, I'm going to go back to this one because this one of Andreas Munzer is just picturesque. Fantastic. Look at the quality. Look at the lats. Here's a pose with that Andreas. His upper body really matched those big legs. Anyway, next pose, please. You're in the side tricep. And I may be criticized for my choice in this one. I've been criticized in the past for selecting conditioning over size and muscularity. Now, of course, I only do that when the conditioning is that much greater than the size advantage. And in this case, I have to say, that tricep of Andreas's is unbeatable. Look at the striations, the feathering. And it has an extra little bump there. What style. Normally I don't like this version of the side tricep, but man, Andreas really made it his own, didn't he? Yes, he did. And he is taking a victory in this one. This one's a tight match, 2-2. All right, next pose. This Marko Savolainen, he is just nobody to be messed with. He is definitely picking up an easy point here in the side chest. Not the best pose for our friend Andreas Munzer. Anyway, now let's have a look at the back shots. And this is an excellent pose for both men, and it was a tough decision. But I'm going with Andreas Munzer. It might be a little unfair here, but look at the clarity of the picture. It's much better, and you can really see that hard, grainy nature and that conditioning. Look at the veins, the vascularity. But I definitely would say those glutes are in better condition, and he's really doing battle against this big man as far as the legs. Anyway, Andreas picks up a very important point here. Let's have a look at the rear double bicep. We have Marko Savolainen picking up a very vital point. Both men, each guy has a back shot. So this is an awesome matchup. Look at those peaks on those arms of Marko Savolainen. Impressive. But I will say Andreas's rear double bicep is nothing to be fooled around with. You know what that means. This rear double bi of Marko Savolainen is dangerous. Dangerous. Anyway, let's finish this contest off, and let's begin with this most muscular pose. And I've seen a lot of comparisons in my day, and ladies and gentlemen, I am here to say that this here comparison is the epitome of apples versus oranges. That silhouette, those muscles of Marko Savolainen. Look at the mass. It definitely is winning against Andreas. It's head and shoulders. There's just no comparison. It's a knockout. Lights out. Then you take a good look and scan these physiques for their conditioning. And wow. Take a real good look. And I'm sorry if you don't have a large screen here, but this is as dry as a physique could get. There's just every ounce of water is just sucked out of it. I'm going with Andreas on this pose based on those massive legs. It's pretty much a toss-up with the conditioning versus the silhouette and size and muscularity. But when I look at the legs, usually a physique that's this dry and striated, they can't achieve such massive thighs. Wow, and totally feathered. This matchup is so close, ladies and gentlemen. It is down to the last pose, the nitty-gritty. The nitty-gritty dirt band. Never mind. Let's have a look at the ab and thigh. And many of you may call politics on this one, and I was fighting internally, asking myself the question, are you going with Andreas because you like him better than Marko Savolainen? Or are you going for the better man? Because I have to say, Marko's abs are far better. I like the six-pack look. Andreas's abs, I never really appreciated it. But look at the obliques of Andreas. They tie into those upper abs, and I've never seen him look so good in the ab region. It's one criticism I've had of Andreas's physique. But I guess I'm going with Andreas because of those thighs. Look at the feathering. And I think those legs are the bottom line in this, ladies and gentlemen. And Andreas Munzer advances on in the tournament. And like I said, those legs, in my opinion, saved him against a very dangerous opponent in Marko Savolainen. But of course, Andreas is no slouch himself. Next matchup will feature Paul Dillette, the Jurassic Paul. He may make short work of Roland Zerlock, but who knows? Roland is a professional. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one, and have a good day.